Hello everybody, welcome or welcome back. My name is Monique and I'm on a financial health journey to create an inheritance for the generations to come. I want to do that through consistency and discipline. And I apologize if you hear the noise in the background, but my youngest is on 10 today. So I'd like to welcome everybody back. And today is, what is today? Monday, June the 10th, and I am here to do a cash unstuffing. It's kind of like, sort of like a mini cash unstuffing. It's my first time doing this on camera. I've been working things out and trying to establish a routine, and so I'm going to try it today because I do have a few transactions that I need to take that money back to the bank on tomorrow, Tuesday, in preparation for my closeout that I'll be doing, as well as my next paycheck, which I should receive on Friday. And it's going to be a lot less skinnier than it has been in the past. So thank you to anyone who's liked or commented, and especially those that have chosen to subscribe to my channel. I am over 500 subscribers, and thank you to Mrs. Summers Budget. I think that's the name. Her content page name, but she was like, you're one away, and I had not even paid it any attention. And so I did take a look at it, and I think I'm at like 510 at this point. I'd like to thank you all. I truly started this as a way to hold myself accountable, but I understand, recognize, and appreciate the community as a whole. So you're rocking with me, and if you're rocking with me on this journey, then thank you, thank you, thank you. If you haven't made up your mind yet, sit with me for a spell at the end of this video. If you find that this is content that's valuable or enjoyable, please feel free to subscribe. I am a married mother of 3, and I have 2 older kids. I call them my crumb snatchers. I have a high schooler that's going into her senior year, just recently married, and myself and my sweets are trying to figure out a way to combine our futures, our family, and our finances together, because we don't want to make any decisions now that are going to negatively impact our kids in the future. So I am here to do a unstuffing. So this is our first attempt. Again, we'll be moving to very soon using our credit card again for our variable everyday expenses, based on the amount of money that we allot ourselves every week for that. Our plan is to use that credit card and pay off that balance on that Friday when a new week starts, pay off the balance for the previous week of whatever we spent, to make sure that we don't accrue any interest at all. So that is the plan going forward. But I do need to get used to this process. And so what I've been doing so far is just using my regular bank accounts to try and storm through that. I'm going to go in just a little bit. So, you know, I've started to keep a manual tracking now of my budget. This is the Baddies and Budgets old school budget binder that they had, a 6-month supply that was available, or 6 months of the sheets that was available at 30% off for a Memorial Day sale that she had. So I've been working on this, and I did a little thing up here for the first week that I had it, just tracking the expenses overall in the expense tracker. And you see I cut slits in here to make it more of that disc kind of feel to it, so that it makes it easier for me to take the sheets in and out. With that said, drew a black line here to separate that week from this week that I'm going to talk about now. So I run my weeks from a Friday to a Thursday. So this week started on June the 6th, and it's going to go through June the 13th. But I don't anticipate seeing any expenses on the 11th or the 12th outside of the normal bills that I have. If so, I will categorize those in next week's budget, just to make sure that I have an accounting for it. What I've done is I've gone in, and I am still tracking. So I am still a digital planner. I just use this manual version so that Sweets has something to look at when we're having our discussions on Sundays about our finances. So I still carry this around. It's the iPad Mini 6. And so I carry it around, and I've already documented here all of using the money tracker form. This form came from Ask Me How I Budget. It's her old school form, one of her original ones that was available for free. And I am still tracking my bills. I'm still tracking my variable expenses, and I'm still tracking my expenses. I color categorize them so I'll know where I need to pull that money from. So I'm going to use a combination of this, and I'm going to use a combination of this that I have. They both have the same information, documented kind of in the same way. There are a few little changes there. You'll see some highlighting going on here, and that's because I am starting to mark off where things are as far as how I'm spending money on those, and then how I'm reconciling the numbers. One of the budget crew members mentioned, hey, why don't you use an erasable pen? I think she was probably tired of seeing all that white out as well. So I did find this one in my stash. I didn't want to go and buy anything, but I did find this Friction, I guess that is a 0.07. It is an erasable pen. So I did pull this out to start using that, and it definitely has been a help. So there you go. I have marked off anything that's in green means I've already allocated those funds. I know what they're being used from. They were pulled from my variable expenses. And if I have a check mark off on it, then it's been reconciled, meaning I either pulled the money already or I had the money in the bank to cover the cost. So those costs have already been covered. If you see it in this brownish, tannish color, then that means I'm using sinking fund money for it. And it's already been accounted for if you see the check mark here. And then you see some gray here as well. So I did get my election pay. It was about $200. I don't really consider that income. And I usually spend it as soon as I get it. It's my way of taking care of things that I probably have been putting off. So I wanted to get some beach gear from Amazon for us to use when we go out of town on the 21st for our family trip. And I wanted to buy Sweet some clothes. He doesn't have a lot of shorts. And so I took care of that as well. And then I had another $20 that was left over, and that's going to come out of this Kohl's bill that I have here, and we'll talk about that later. So if I'm using that election money, it's highlighted in gray, and then I have it checked off if I've already accounted for the full amount. You'll notice here, Kohl's, I did have a Kohl's purchase that I need to account for. I have some of the money I've already accounted for. I need to account for the rest. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm just going to... I don't know how I'm going to do this. So I'm going to go through first, and I'm going to see what all I have for groceries, and I'll go into the groceries envelope and get the money out. Then I'll keep doing it that way, just doing it by categories. That may be the best. All right, so we see here, I did go to Kroger, and I spent $65. Remember, I don't have to do these. Those are already taken care of. They're highlighted in green, and they're checked off. They're already handled. So Kroger spent $65. 60 of it came from groceries, and 5 of it was personal, and that's the 5 that you see over here in the corner. Let me move this over just a bit. You see that little $5 bill right there? Yep, that's it right there. So I need to get $60 out because I think that's it. Yes, I don't see any other grocery items here. No. So I need to go in here and pull $60 from groceries. And that's what I'm going to do right now. So 20, 40. Let's get some of these. Do I have some other? No. I only have a few 5s. So I'll just take this full 60 out. That's 20, 40, 60. And then I already pulled 5 from my personal wallet. It's actually all I had left, y'all. I spent some money. All right. So that is done. So that's that 60 here. And all of this, I used my Newton federal account to pay for this, and so that's where, and I need to take this page out because I can't do the little mark off. All right, so this one is done, and I'm gonna highlight it in green, which means I took that money from the variable expenses to cover those costs, and those are done. All right. For gifts, Corinne was going to a gift. I'm gonna come out just a little bit, y'all, so we can see the whole thing. There you go. Corinne had a graduation party that she went to, and I think I already pulled that 20 out of there. Let's move this out of the way. It's causing problems. I think I already pulled that 20 out for that, for gifts. But I do have another purchase here for gifts, and that's where I had another $50 that I took out for gifts for bereavement. So my sign ministry leader saw death in her family. Her bonus son was supposed to graduate from high school and ended up passing away. And so we wanted to do something nice for her, and we had someone come and cater in and kind of cover meals for them for the week. And my portion of that was $50. So I'm gonna mark that off here as well, because both of these came out of the sinking funds for gifts. So I'm gonna mark that off. And that was 50. Should have marked that 20 there. And this gifts as well. So that should be a total of 70. And what's funny is I think I only had $80 in here for it. So I need to make sure I should only have about 10 bucks left. And I'm gonna probably take one of those Monday mini savings challenges I was gonna put towards a family binder or for the personal binder. And I think I'm gonna make it back for gifts again. So, okay, we saved a little bit more, so it's not as bad as I thought. All right, so 6-4, $10 for BFF birthday. That was for Destiny. So 6, I did not mark Jordan now. 6-8, Jordan grad was minus 20, and that would leave 72. And then 6-9, Kelly, and that's bereavement, and that's minus 50, and that would leave 22. All right, so some of this is probably, yep, some of it is prop money. So I should have, I need to make sure I have $22 left. 20, 21, 22. So I took the 20 out, and I just needed to take the other piece of that. So, oh, wait, I did that wrong. Y'all see? I needed to take the 50 out from Kelly, and I needed to leave 22. This is what I'm talking about. So this has been the struggle that I've had. I get the numbers right, but what I'm doing, the actions that I'm taking have been a little messed up. All right, so now I think we're good. We have 22 on that. So those have been reconciled. I can go ahead and mark that off as well. All right, next, let's do personal. I need to change that to dining, and I don't know if I did this in pen. I did this in regular. So I don't see my whiteout, so I'm just going to cross it out here. I did this in regular pen. So this should have been dining. Was that whole 15. Okay, so I went to World of Wings on the 8th and spent $15, and then no, I was right. Dang it. This is not easy. This is not easy. All right, so I'm gonna have to get my white out. This was right. I spent out of my personal money cash for this one. This one should have already been marked off as a reconcile because I've already spent that money. This is the $15 purchase that is dining. I still need to account for. So I have that Sonic for $15. And I have up here at the top, I have World of Wings for $43. What you'll notice here, and I'll go in just a tad bit. What you'll notice here is I'm only taking $30 out of dining. I actually took $30 out of the envelope before I went to World of Wings. But I ended up getting something for myself. I was just going to get that for sweets. And then I ended up getting something for myself. And that's that other $13. And that would have come out of personal. So that's already been taken care of as well. So this piece has already been covered because I paid cash for these. So that part is already done. All right, so I'm going to mark that off. And you guys might think, hey, he's a chef. Why isn't he cooking? Well, my sweets fixed my fence. I don't know if I told you guys some of the boards were falling down, and I just didn't want to look at my neighbors. He actually rented the proper nail gun and got the nails. Y'all, he got up at 6 o'clock this morning to make sure he was first in line to get that nail gun. And he is taking care of my fence, and it's all looking cute and pretty now. All right, so I only have this dining for $15 to reconcile at this point. So let's go here. I'm going to go in here. Let's go to food. And I need $15. And I got some 5. So let's do that. I'll do those 5, 10, 15. That leaves 20, 25, 26, 27 in there. That's $15. And I'll put that there. All right. So that is good on that one. We're going to go ahead and mark this one off. The dining one is taken care of. We're gonna mark that off green to show it's already been accounted for. All right, so all of those are done. I had to take some of something back to City Trends, that's where I got Sweets his joggers. They have the oversized basketball joggers that he likes, or shorts that he likes. He likes them big, and you know, I don't know who's into this tight phase for jogging shorts for men, but it's not my Sweets. Anyway, I did get a $5 credit because the stuff that I got in exchange was a little bit cheaper than what I picked up the first time. So that one's done. I forgot to mark this one off. This one keeps getting me in trouble. This one is already paid. I have to use the whiteout on that one. All of those are taken care of. All right, Kohl's card. So went into Kohl's and had to pick up a few things there. And what I found out is that Kohl's was doing another 30% off sale, which brought my bill down by quite a bit. So I went ahead and used the Kohl's card for the $53. I don't want to mess up like I did the last month. So I want to actually pull that money, put it in the bank, add this $53 onto what I wanted to pay for Kohl's during when it's time to pay them next, and to make sure that I am accounting for that. So I usually give them $90 and plus the $53. So I should be looking at paying them about $143 overall. But I need to reconcile this $53. So $20 has already been accounted for. It's in Newton Federal because of the election pay. So I only need to come up with, that's 53 minus 20. I only need to come up with $33. So for that, I'm going to go into my personal binder and look and see where we can find $33 from. So I'm going to come out a little bit more so that you guys can see, and let's see where we can find something here. So what we got, Well, we got $30 in clothes. That's date night. I don't want to mess with that. Don't want to mess with social. YouTube giveaway here. I don't want to mess in hubby. I don't want to mess with my June that I'm saving, but I do have some money in I Wish. So I'm going to take, that's 7. I need 33. So I'm going to take 30 from clothes again. 610. Let's do this Kohl's minus 30, and that's going to bring this down to 0. $5, $10, $15, $20, $25, $30. Okay, I'm gonna take that, and then I need $3 from I Wish. Let's see if we've got some ones. I think we do. So 610. This probably should have been 69, but that's okay. Kohl's minus 3, and that leaves 34 in this one. So let's take $3 out of this one. And I am serious about not wanting to get caught up like I did before. 1, 2. I need some change. Alrighty. This is the first time that this has happened. Let's see who's got some ones. Hubby's got some ones. Does he have 5 ones in here? 1, 2, nope, just 4. Boy, the hunt begins. So, date night, no. Oh, this is gonna take so much longer than I was hoping. All right, so let's do this. I'm gonna put everything back in here except for a $5 bill. We're gonna go over to our mini challenges and look for it there. Come on, man. Oh, I closed it back. Okay. This is a struggle. It's not cute. This is not cute. Let's see. Let's check with Chatty. Let's check with Chatty Cathy. She's usually good for a couple ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's stick a 5 in here. right. All right, let's put that back. Okay. Take these 5 ones and put them in I wish, but we'll take 1, 2, 3 out. I have the prettier ones. Maybe I want to keep those. Does it really matter? It doesn't really matter. All right, so in I wish we now have 20, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4. 34. Okay, so let's count up. I think that is it. That should have been it. We took this from elections was 20. Clothes was 30. I wish was 3. Check that off. And green marker. This might not be the best way. If you guys have other ideas, please let me know. This is the best way I knew how to take care of it. So this is where we are. All right, so let's try and add up how much money I feel like I should have. Oh, let's put these ones over here. Okay, what did I do? I took 65 between groceries and personal. That one was already taken care of. I just took 33 between clothes and I wish. All right, election pay is taken care of. I took 15 from dining. Kelly bereavement, it was $50 from, you know what, I'm gonna stick it over here because I do still have it. So plus 50 from gifts because I didn't have that marked off. So I took that. All of those in gray don't count. This is a credit. And then I had, all of this was already taken care of. I took $30 with me for dining, so I'd already pulled that. And I had $13 in my wallet for personal, so I already took care of that. So that total 43 is in. So counting the fake money, the fake 50, I should have $163 if I did this right. All right, so this is 50, 70, 90, 110, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 61, 62, 63. So $163. So with all of the stumbling and bumbling through it, I actually came up with the right amount. I am going to, this $50 I already took out of Ally Bank, so we'll put that to the side. And I am going to actually deposit $113 in the bank on tomorrow into the Newton Federal account. That's the account that I use to swipe to cover these purchases. All right, so there you go. It was a total of $163 as far as the unstuffing was concerned. That took a lot. I'm sweating, y'all. But I think this process will work. I needed to be on camera. That helps me to focus a little bit more. Like I said, I tried it before and I was stumbling through. And as you can see, I stumble a lot. But I think using the color and the check boxes and documenting exactly which envelope I'm taking it from will help overall in the long run. So I think that is it. All right. Thanks everybody for your time. You guys have a good one.